Some secrets just can't stay hidden forever, especially when they involve public figures. That's exactly what's happening now with Martell Holt. For years, he's been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons: cheating scandals, messy breakups, explosive reality show, arguments, and a divorce that played out like a soap opera. Yet, despite all the chaos in his personal and professional life, there's one thing Martell never really talked about. Until now. This time, it's not about love, loyalty, or even another blow-up between reality TV castmates. What's coming to light is something deeper, something he's kept to himself for years, something that's left fans genuinely concerned. The unexpected truth is tied to a recent car accident. And while it may have seemed like just another headline at first, the story has quickly turned into something far more serious, with layers of history and suspicion attached. Once fans began digging, they realized this wasn't Martell's first brush with trouble behind the wheel. Let's rewind to 2017. At the time, Martell was still building his name. Love and Marriage, Huntsville hadn't even aired yet. Most people hadn't heard of him, but those who lived nearby in Alabama remember whispers of a minor accident just outside of Montgomery. It wasn't a major story, and there were no official police reports, so it faded quickly. Some locals said Martell walked away unharmed, which might be why it didn't attract media attention. Others believed his connections with powerful people in the area helped sweep it under the rug. Still, for those who saw the damage firsthand or knew someone involved, that incident stuck with them. It was the first warning sign. As the years went on and Martell's fame grew, so did quiet concerns about his driving habits. More and more people noticed that he often went live on Instagram while behind the wheel. He would talk to the camera, read comments, or take calls all while driving. Fans commented things like, "Keep your eyes on the road," or "Put the phone down, bro." At first, it seemed harmless. But over time, the warnings started to feel more serious, like red flags that were constantly being ignored. Then came the year 2020. Tensions in Martell's personal life were at an all-time high. His affair with Arione Curry was making headlines. His marriage to Melody was falling apart, and he was clearly struggling emotionally. That's when rumors of another crash started swirling. This time, it happened just outside of Decatur, Alabama. Locals remember seeing a black SUV believed to be Martell's, smashed on the driver's side and quietly towed away late at night. There were no lights, no sirens, no police presence, just a silent cleanup. Once again, no official statements were made, and the incident disappeared almost immediately. But fans never forgot. Some even suspected that alcohol might have played a role. That theory wasn't made up out of nowhere. Around that same time, Martell was frequently seen partying, drinking, and making strange posts on social media. In one now-deleted clip, he appeared to be slurring his words. In others, he seemed emotionally drained, venting frustrations with no clear point. His followers were concerned, but no one expected how deep things really went. Years later, when fans revisited the 2020 incident, they discovered something odd. Any old social media posts that could have linked Martell to the crash were mysteriously gone. Comments, photos, and even entire accounts that discussed that night seemed to have vanished. It was as if someone had intentionally erased all evidence. But some people remembered, and one of them finally came forward. The story didn't fully explode until a woman named Kyla M. went live on Instagram and shared what she saw that night in 2025. During yet another crash, this one even more serious. Kyla wasn't a blogger or influencer. She had no desire for fame. She explained that she only decided to speak out because she saw that no one else was going to. During her live stream, Kyla looked visibly nervous. Her voice shook as she described what happened. She said she had been driving home after a party, right behind Martell's SUV. At first, she noticed the car slightly drifting in and out of its lane. She slowed down, thinking maybe the driver was tired. But then, everything changed. According to Kyla, the SUV suddenly veered to the side of the road, clipped a road sign, and lost control. It spun and eventually landed in a ditch on the passenger side. She didn't want to get too close, but she stopped her car a few feet away. The scariest part, she said, wasn't just the crash, it was the smell. Kyla claimed she could smell alcohol from where she stood, even though she never saw Martell with a bottle. She said he looked disoriented, like he didn't even know where he was. Then something even stranger happened. Kyla explained that within 10 minutes, 2 large black vehicles arrived. One was a black Escalade with tinted windows. 2 men, both dressed head to toe in black, stepped out and took over the situation without calling for help or asking if anyone was hurt. According to Kyla, there were no flashing lights, no emergency response, just quiet, calculated movements. She said it didn't feel like help had arrived. It felt like a cover-up. She didn't stick around for everything, but she saw enough. Not long after, the SUV was pulled out and towed away. Kyla's livestream went viral, and the internet exploded with theories. Then, someone else added fuel to the fire. A man named Rico, who claimed to have been part of Martell's inner circle, did a sit-down interview on a lesser-known YouTube channel. Rico wasn't a stranger. He had known Martell for years and occasionally worked as a private security guard. During the interview, Rico revealed that he was one of the people called in after the 2025 crash. According to him, he got a phone call around 2 a.m. asking him to handle something immediately. When he arrived, Martell's SUV was already being loaded onto a private tow truck. Martell, Rico said, was visibly shaken, his hands were trembling, his shirt was only half buttoned, and he kept pacing back and forth. Rico said Martell repeated one sentence over and over again: "This can't get out. Not again." From there, Rico explained that he helped move the car to a private location, not a dealership or public tow yard, where it would be hidden. But it wasn't just what Martell said that night. It was what he said in the car on the way back that stuck with Rico the most. Martell allegedly brought up other accidents that no one knew about, like the time he nearly sideswiped a parked car in Atlanta, or when he caused a fender bender and blamed someone else. Rico said Martell had a habit of twisting stories, making himself out to be the victim, and changing details to suit his image. Rico also claimed that Martell was obsessed with controlling his public image. According to him, Martell had people sign us friends, ex-partners, even side flings. Anyone who knew too much was silenced. Rico even said Martell would post pre-recorded videos or staged photos to make it look like he was somewhere else during certain events. That way, if anything bad happened, he had an alibi. One of the most disturbing claims was that footage from a nearby gas station, which briefly captured the 2025 crash, went missing. The security camera had picked up part of the accident and the SUV being towed away. But shortly after, the video vanished. Rico believed someone had paid to have it removed. He added that Martell often spoke about redemption and growth in interviews, but his real life told a different story. Staff members would quietly quit, old friends became distant, and every time things got messy, Martell would disappear from the public eye for a while, only to return later, acting like nothing had happened. This wasn't just about a car accident anymore. It was about years of secrets finally unraveling. Eventually, fans waited to hear from Martell himself. For days, he said nothing. Then he posted a short Instagram story, plain black background with white text that read, "Lies can't live forever. Truth always wins." No name. No video. No explanation. It felt more like a warning than a statement. But then, Martell finally gave a quiet interview, one that aired late at night, almost as if he didn't want it to be noticed. Gone was the confident, polished Martell fans were used to seeing. Instead, he appeared unsure, even vulnerable. He admitted to making mistakes, saying, "I'm not proud of everything I've done." But he didn't confirm or deny the crash. He simply said, "I trusted the wrong people to clean up a mess I should have handled myself." When asked directly about Kyla's claims, Martell paused for a long time before replying, "People will say anything to stay relevant. But I've learned silence can be stronger than arguing with lies." That same day, Melody Cherie, his ex-wife, tweeted, "It always comes out eventually." She didn't mention Martell or the crash, but fans knew what she meant. A few hours later, she posted again, "Silence doesn't mean innocence. It just means good PR." People quickly speculated that Melody had always known about the crash, but had kept quiet to protect him. One fan wrote, "Melody's been holding back for years. She knows way more than we do." Another added, "I believe every word Kayla said." So what really happened that night outside of Decatur? Was it truly just an accident? Or was there a deeper story that we still don't fully know? There may be more to Rico's testimony. There could be others who haven't spoken up yet. But one thing is clear: Martell Holt can't hide behind the camera or his charm forever. Thanks for watching. If this story shocked you as much as it shocked us, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the truth behind the headlines. What do you think really happened with Martell Holt? Do you believe Kayla and Rico's claims, or is there still more to uncover? Drop your thoughts below and let's talk about it. Don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss an update on the latest reality TV drama and celebrity secrets. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and keep asking the questions they don't want answered.